I tried something different with my hair with this middle part, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm used to my side part, but whatever. It's just so frizzy. This is what happens when I don't stick to my regular routine of things. Just gonna have to make it do what it do. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Beautiful Kinks, and I wanted to bring you guys a video about living alone versus living not alone. Living with a partner, a significant other, a roommate. Why did I say it like that? A significant other, a roommate, or whoever. So as you all know, I have recently moved into my own place by myself, alone, just me, period. I can honestly say there have been a lot of differences that I've noticed, other than the obvious of actually physically being by myself. But I wanted to just share with you guys what I've noticed about my situation, me living alone, and some things that might be common for you if you experience living alone versus living with someone else. Or if you're just curious about what it's like to live alone or things like that. So let's get into it. So obviously the first thing for me is privacy. I have so much privacy now that I don't even know what to do with it all. Like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, sometimes it's hard to break the habit and the routine of like, okay, I have to make sure that I'm dressed a certain way and I'm covered up, because in my house, we can't play that. Like, don't come out your room looking any kind of way, looking, you know, half naked or got your little underwear on and that's it. No, my mama don't play that. So now, being in my own space, it's like, I don't have to wear these clothes, girl. Like, if I want to walk around, if I take off my clothes for the day and I throw them on the floor or whatever, which I don't do, but hypothetically, if I did, I wouldn't have to worry about, okay, somebody might see me. I can't go out of my room like this, whatever. Girl, I come and go as I please. Look any old kind of way, and I am happy about that, okay? It is just so weird though, because at first I was just like, this feels weird, or always feeling like somebody can see me through the window. But it's all in all, it's just a mental thing, and you just have to get used to the extra privacy that you have, being that you're by yourself and you're not living with other people or living with a significant other. Let me get into that for a second. Living with a significant other is so different than living by yourself, obviously, but the privacy part of it is like, you get peace, you get quiet. You don't have to worry about being bothered with anybody. You don't have to worry about sharing space and it's my turn for the remote, your turn for the remote, you know, this your stuff on the floor, get it up, move it, or I just want some peace and quiet for a moment. I'm gonna close the door. Then they feel hurt because it's like you don't want to be bothered with them. So it's so different and so just liberating to just like be, you know. You don't have to worry about anybody else's feelings. If they want to be around you but you just want some space and they feel some kind of way about that, or they feel hurt because it's kind of like you're trying to remove yourself from them, but it is so liberating to just be. Sorry y'all, I forgot I didn't put on any lip gloss, but we good now. This is my favorite lip gloss, by the way, from the beauty supply store, the Max S. It's everything. So another thing I've learned while living alone so far is the cooking aspect. Before, when I was living at home or living with a significant other, I would not only have to cook for me, but I would have to cook for them. I would have to cook for the house. So you can't really get around that. But living alone, honey, hold up. That's a whole other thing, girl. I don't have to worry about cooking for anybody, just me, okay? All I have to worry about is feeding this belly, and that's it. I don't got no churn. I don't live with my peoples. I ain't got a man. Just out here, like in these streets, doing me. And that is just so, it feels so good to just like not have to do extra, you know? The only thing with that though is if I'm hungry and I'm trying to stick to like cooking more and not getting takeout as much, I have to do all the cooking. So that's the only downside with that, which I mean, it is what it is. I don't really mind because I love food and I'm gonna cook regardless. It makes me feel like a grown woman, you know what I'm saying? I play too much. But yes, I don't mind cooking. Like, I'm okay with that. I have my days where I'm just like, ugh, but I have quick snacks or quick meals for that, so I'm cool with it. Peace and quiet is a standard when you live alone. Like, it's not even something you look for. It's not even something you say, hey, when I live alone, I want this, that, and it just comes. It just is. And I enjoy that. This goes along with the whole privacy thing. Not only do you get privacy, you get peace and quiet. Like, if I want to record a video, I don't have to worry about hearing the dogs trotting through the house. I don't have to worry about people yelling from upstairs to downstairs to outside to inside to the lawnmower to the neighbors, whatever. Like, I don't have to worry about any of that. It's so quiet here. Like, listen. Nothing. Like, I love it. And if I want to take a nap, which I don't really do, but if I wanted to, I could. It's so quiet. You know, my neighbors now are older and they don't really do much. They don't make a lot of noise. There's not many kids. I get me time all day, every day. If I want company, I'll have company. If I don't want company, don't come to my house. The downside of that is the obvious, which I hate to even say, but sometimes you do get lonely. Like, being by yourself, living by yourself, you get a little lonely. You get a little kind of like, I wish I had some people here, or I wish I had somebody to talk to. I wish I had, you know, a friend, or I wish a family member came over, kind of thing. But they only a call away, boo. Only a call away. So it's okay. Don't panic. Just acknowledge that you're feeling that way and ask yourself, what can I do to not feel this way anymore? And then make it happen. My favorite thing so far about living alone, other than the peace and quiet part, is decorating. I get to decorate my place and it is so fun. I get to style everything how I want it. It's my way or the highway. I don't have to share color schemes. I don't have to, you know, worry about having too much stuff for a tiny little space, you know, AKA my bedroom. I can spread out. All my things have a place now. I don't have to just be cramped in a room. I don't have to share anything. It's just mine. Like, my way, that's it. So yes, girl, I got pink curtains because I wanted pink curtains. I got a fur rug because I wanted a fur rug. I got, you know, girly things and gold things and cute, you know, feminine things, because that's what I'm all about. Like, I don't have to worry about a man. A man talk about, that's too girly. That don't look like both of us. We both live here. Nah, scratch that. I could do it. I could do this, okay? I could put this up and who gonna stop me? Nobody. But like I said, it's expensive, okay? It ain't, you know, decorating doesn't come cheap. You have to have the coins to have it your way. So, but luckily there's a solution for that. Save your money, save your dollars, save your checks, you know, budget a little bit, and you can work it out. So since we're on the topic of budgeting and money and coins and all of that stuff, living alone is so much more affordable than living with other people. Like, even if you're living with your parents or whatever at this point, you still have to, well, your parents are like my parents, and if your family is like my family, you know, and most black families, okay, let's just be real, you're gonna have to pay a bill, okay? And you're living in a house with all of us, we all here together, everybody gotta, you know, step up and do their part at this point. So living alone, it's like you're still doing those things, but you're doing it for yourself. So you don't have to worry about extra mouths to feed, or when you buy groceries, you don't have to worry about extra expenses on a light bill because your lights weren't on, you know, or you only had them on for this amount of time. Rent or the cost of living is cheaper when you live alone versus living with a significant other or your family, because you need more square footage. More square footage costs money, yada, 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 yada. You get the point, okay? But in contrast, yes, it may be cheaper to live alone in a sense of bills and groceries and stuff like that, but you're still gonna have to pay all those things by yourself. Like, unless you got a sugar daddy or something, or a sugar mama somewhere, you know, tucked in the cut. If you don't have that going on, or your family isn't so generous, it's like, hey, here's $1,000 just because. Like, if you don't got those situations going on, you're paying for all that stuff yourself. So it's cheaper, but it's not cheap, if that makes sense. My place stays clean, honey. I am so glad I don't have to clean behind anybody anymore, whether that be a man, whether that be my sibling, 2 dogs. I don't have to clean behind anybody but me. Like, when you leave your place, it's clean, and you come back and it's clean, oh, it's nothing like it. And obviously, living alone, you're doing all the cleaning. You're making sure everything is spotless. You're making sure everything is put away. You're making sure everything is in order. So for me, it's not too much of a hassle because I do it naturally anyway. I'm the kind of person, when I get up in the morning, I make my bed. For someone who isn't that, like, into that, or who isn't naturally that way, it may feel like, ugh, doom and gloom. But don't even feel like that, because it's your space. Be grateful that you have a space that you have to clean, okay? Especially nowadays in 2020 and during this pandemic, a lot of people aren't having their own place, so be grateful. Finally, the last thing that I've recognized or observed goes along with some of the other ones, but is there's less money being spent on groceries. The way they price these groceries in these stores should be illegal. It is so much more affordable to buy groceries just for you than to buy for a household of other people. And my wallet is happy because I don't spend that much on groceries anymore. It wasn't cheap, it was expensive. I didn't buy all the groceries. It was expensive. A carton of eggs will last me like, well, I like eggs, so it doesn't last me that long. But the point is, food usually lasts me longer now than it did in the past when I was buying for other people. But the thing I don't really like is having to carry said groceries up the stairs into the building, into my space. I got 2 cases of 32 bottles of water right now. I had to carry both of those by myself. Yeah, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's just kind of like, ugh, it's just one of those things like, ugh. If you had to go get a lot of groceries that day, you don't want to carry all them groceries in, but I'm grateful. I'm not gonna complain because I'm grateful that I was able to afford said groceries, but still, like, dang. That's one of the moments where it's like, dang, who can I call to get in, to come get these groceries, and maybe I'll, you know, share a meal or something with them, you know. I also wanted to say this real quick to my young ladies out there. Don't be in such a rush to move in with a guy. Like, I know, you know, temptations are high and love is you know, flying in the air and whatever, but give yourself some time to really know yourself, really get an understanding of who you are and what you want before you decide to commit to living with a significant other. I made that mistake and you know, being young, you make mistakes or whatever, but I made the mistake of rushing into a situation like that where I was just in such a hurry to just do it. It was not a good situation. So, and I've always been told by, you know, wiser, older women in my life to just experience living alone first, and you know, you're gonna love it, and or just even if you don't love it, just experience it. So before you know, settle down, you have that experience and you know what it's like and you can enjoy it or whatever. So I want to extend that same knowledge to my young ladies out there, my millennials, my 18, because you have to be 18 to get a place now, don't get it twisted, my 18s and ups. Okay, I'm a millennial myself. I'm not that far away from you in age, but I just wanted to let you know that there's no rush, honey. No rush. Don't let a man or whoever rush you into that kind of situation if you're not ready. And make sure if you do it, make sure it's for the right reasons. Don't do it because it's convenient. Don't do it because it'll, you know, be less expensive and we can, you know, save some money or whatever. Don't do it for that. Those are not the right reasons to live with somebody. So, I just wanted to say that. All right, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some kind of, you know, perspective about living alone versus living not alone or with significant other or a roommate or family or whatever. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe also if you haven't subscribed already. You know, you're here now. You're welcome. Glad to have you. But you got to subscribe so you don't miss another upload, okay? And yes, I will see you in the next one. Peace.